Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joel. I am now a third semester nursing student at Imperial Valley College, and for today's video is going to be 5 ways on reducing test anxiety in nursing school. Now, test anxiety, Jesus Christ, when it was the finals, test anxiety is all the way to the top. But these five things that I practiced on my finals week, and I was prepping mentally, for that day, it really helped me, and I think it made me score higher than what I needed to. Because when you remove the stress or minimize the stress, you can be really good at choosing, because since most of the questions are multiple choice, it gives you a better, a better rationale or a better mood, or overall, I don't know what be the scientific data, but whenever you don't feel that stress or that anxious, you tend to think better and your critical thinking improves. But yeah, these 5 things have really made me pass the nursing semester so far, so I'm gonna share these little secrets that I have with you. So the 5 things are: study consistently every day, practice breathing techniques, take a 1-minute timeout, think of how you will feel after the exam, and sleeping 7 to 8 hours after the exam. So if you're here just to see the 5 ways, those are the 5 ways. So now I'm gonna be going over each of them and take a 30-second explanation about why I chose that particular way. So the first one, study consistently every day with a plan. Now this one, it's really important for you to have an agenda. Again, agendas are huge. So you need to have your plan, and ideally you want to have everything you want to do the day before. So before you go to sleep, you need to write down everything you need to do for the following day. That is really, really important. So when you wake up, you just open it to the section it has to be, and you can see everything you need to do. So there you already have your plan. So that way you're gonna be able to procrastinate less, because you have everything written down. You know what you need to do. It's not everything's not going to be here. So that's what I mean by having a plan. And consistently, I mean studying every day. So that's one way to reduce stress, because you can justify yourself whenever you have the test anxiety. Whenever you're there taking the exam, you can just think of all the hours that you put into your studying and the actual amount of hours that you actually study. Not just you just looking at a screen and not taking in anything, but you actually, getting the work done, and you can justify it because you're putting little check marks here on how you're progressing. So that's going to be your justification, and that's going to be the thing that you're going to be using to justify on how you shouldn't have test anxiety whenever the test comes. That's 1. 2, practicing breathing techniques. And this one we learned in nursing school, which is actually pretty nice, but it wasn't for test anxiety, it was for the patient. But I practiced it because there was a book I read, and I don't remember exactly the name of the book, but I read it probably like 2 weeks before my final, and it was pretty much that those people, whenever I think I have the book here, let me just give me a second. It's probably gonna take 10 seconds. Wait. The book is called Can't Hurt Me. Yes. Okay, so the book is called Can't Hurt Me, and it looks like this, the cover. Right now, I'm almost halfway through the book. And personally, I think it's okay, the book. I still haven't seen big tips in here. It's more a story of the author. It's a pretty sad story, but I can see where he's going, but overall for me, there has been just probably 2 things I have learned from it so far. So right now I'm just going oh, okay, oh, that's sad, and going. But there was one of the things that he said at the beginning of his book, that the Navy SEALs, whenever they are stressed or they're anxious, they do breathing techniques. They breathe in for 4 seconds, and then they exhale for 4 seconds. So I think it's a 4-4-4. So they inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then they exhale for 4 seconds. And you focus on the breathing, and you do it 2 or 3 times, and that should really calm you down. So I practiced that on the actual exam, and that really worked. So yeah, practice breathing techniques. And also when you're studying, whenever you feel you're losing it, because the anxiety is coming or things like that, just do the breathing techniques, and that's really gonna work. And it shouldn't take you more than probably a minute. So it's really good. The third one is take a 1-minute timeout. Now this one will be more on the exam day, and this one was a big deal for me because when you're taking the exam, it's not you can have AirPods and just listen to your playlists of studying and things like that. Everything is all silent. You just hear the clicking of the mouse like that, and there's like 15 people, at least in my group, taking the final, and we're all separated and like we're all looking at a screen. So it can get pretty tense. I don't know how they're doing it on your school, but in nursing school, at least where I'm at, that's pretty much how it's done. So you can have like that type of like, you can feel the like the mood, and it's like it's so terrifying sometimes because you're like, oh my god, like, you know, it feels so tense in here. But when you take a 1-minute timeout during the exam, our exams have a little timer at the right side, and it tells you like the questions that you're in and everything like that. So if you're good on time, and even if you're not good in time, just take a 1-minute timeout. Just leave the mouse and just like close your eyes and just take the breathing techniques that I showed you. You know, inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds, and just do it for a minute. And then when you open your eyes, yeah, 1 minute has passed, but it's like whatever, you know. With that type of technique, you're able to pretty much ease your mind, and that can help you get back on track. So it's definitely worth it. Now, number 4, think of how you will feel after the exam. So this one is pretty huge, at least for me, when I was taking the actual final, like there, because I'll be thinking like I just need like 20 more questions, and then after that I can get out and I'm gonna be free, and I'm like all these like moods and emotions, like they're all gonna be fading because I'm already done with the exam. So just think about it. Just think about the angle. Just think about what you're gonna be doing on the vacation, or if it's like a normal exam, what are you gonna be doing after the exam? Are you gonna go with your friends to eat? Are you gonna go with your family to eat? Are you gonna go with your boyfriend, girlfriend, like somewhere? You know, just think about that, and that can really help you in reducing the test anxiety, because it just, at least for me, it just lets you know that it's just another thing you need to do. Like it's not, it is a big deal, but it's not the end of the world if something bad happens. So just try to like to minimize like the present of how you're feeling right now, because if you just take everything as face value and we're taking the final, you're gonna be thinking like, oh my god, this is the end of the world, I can't do it, and then you're gonna be losing it. So just think of what you're gonna be doing after the exam, so it really doesn't feel like a big deal, because even if you pass or fail, you're still gonna be doing things, like you're not gonna die like right then and there. So yeah, like at least that really helped me. I would be thinking like, oh, like when I get out, I'm probably gonna hang out with my friends, I'm gonna be watching the Conjuring movie, I'm gonna be doing this and that, and then I'm finally gonna be able to see my other friends, and then go from there and like play online. So I'll be thinking of all those things during the exam, and like my anxiety would like drop a bit, and I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, and then do the breathing techniques to take the 1-minute timeout and just go. And yeah, and we all did pretty good. So the last thing, sleep 7 to 8 hours before the exam. This is really crucial, and not a lot of people follow it. And I understand why, because, you know, how can you sleep when you have the final the next day? You know, like for a normal person, you're gonna be like, no, like I'm gonna be studying and studying and studying. The only bad thing about this is that you're probably gonna be sleepy during the exam. You're probably not gonna be making the best critical thinking decisions because you're sleepy. You're gonna be like a little tired and woozy and drowsy. So you're gonna be like, like I don't know, I don't remember, and you're just gonna be losing it. So when you sleep 7 to 8 hours before the exam, that is really gonna help you be fresh. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At least for me, I did sleep like around like 7 hours and 20 minutes before my final, because that was like the alarm that I had in, so it was like perfectly for 7 hours and 20 minutes. And I did really good. There were a lot of questions that I was like really iffy about, that I was like, it could be either this one or this one. But because of all these things that I did, and also the sleeping, you know, I slept at least 7 hours, that really helped me, you know, ease my mind. And I was like, you know what, but I really think it's this one. Like I really think so because of X, Y, and Z. And the other one, like I do see it, but I don't think so because of blah, 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 blah. So that really, I want to say that because of everything that I did and sleeping, I was really able to clear my mind and go for the better answer. And if I would have like stayed longer studying, I would have been probably pretty like drowsy and be like, I don't really know, it's probably this one and this one, I'm just gonna go for this one and just hope for the best, you know. But in my case, I was pretty much able to justify my answer. So those were the 5 ways on reducing test anxiety during nursing school. These are the 5 things that really have helped me since first semester and all the way to now upcoming 3rd semester. But yeah, they're pretty good, and I learned this like from books and from trial and error, you know, personal experience. So these are the things that have helped me so far. But if you guys have like something that has helped you, please drop it down below so that can help me and I can put it into my, studying routine, and let's see how it goes. So you guys stood here until the end of this video. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys into the next video. Bye bye.